Hi everyone. So this next video basically is a review of lesson 6 in module 3 of Engage New York. We don't really need to review lessons 4 and 5 because they're basically helping you to memorize your 6 facts and your 7 facts for multiplication and division. So 6 really starts to use some of the properties that we know, and some tape diagrams and some number bonds, and helps us think about those numbers in different ways and how to model them. Okay, so we're going to use the distributive property, and we're going to use that to solve the equation of 9 times 7. Okay, so let's do this using a tape diagram. So they want us to know that there are 9 groups of 7. We know that when we have a tape diagram, we have to split the groups. The groups are the boxes, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the size is 7. You might go, oh boy, 9 times 7 is really big. How do I do this? Right? Well, with the distributive property, you can decompose, you can break down that number of groups into smaller amounts, but your size is the same. So you're going to make 2 equations here, okay? So let's break down. Well, you know what? We're always talking about using our 5 facts, right? So let's create a group of 5 7s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to draw this line right here. And we know that 5 7s, we can also write that as 5 times 7. And then we have 4 times 7 over here, okay? So our 2 equations, to simplify the larger 9 times 7 would be 5 plus 4 is 9. And then you're going to distribute that times 7, right? Times 7 and times 7. The size stays the same, but the number of groups is decomposed. So you can also think that that is 9 like that, right? 5 plus 4 equals 9. So you see how I drew this, and that shows me that here's 5 times 7, here's 4 times 7. So now all you have to do is solve. So in the parentheses, 5 times 7 we know is 35, plus 4 times 7 is 28. Of course, you could do this mentally, but if I were you, I would use the algorithm here so that we can make sure that you are answering the problem correctly. So 9 times 7 is equal to 63. Hooray! Because 5 times 7 is 35, 4 times 7 is 28, add those two together, 63. So that's how you would show it using a tape diagram, the distributive property, right? Sometimes they show you a bigger equation using division. So let's do 48 divided by 6. Now, your divisor is always going to stay the same, okay? So we're going to assume right now that this is our size, right? Like as if we were talking about multiplication. So we're really trying to take this larger equation, 48 divided by 6 equals, we don't know. We're going to split it up into easier equations, and then we're going to solve it. And those 2 easier equations added together are going to equal what 48 divided by 6 is, okay? So first thing you need to know with this is it helps to just immediately do that because you know that that's going to stay the same. You know you're going to take that divided by 6 and distribute it to both equations, okay? So then we got to think about 48. Well, we have to think about what you can divide, what 2 numbers here, okay, added up to 48 are going to be also divisible by 6. This is the trick. With multiplication, you don't have to worry about this because you can multiply whatever. But here, you've got to have 2 numbers that you can divide by 6 evenly. So an easy way to figure out what numbers you can divide by 6 is to count up by 6. You're going to find the multiples of 6. Okay, so 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 38. Wait a minute. Yeah. 32 plus 6 is... Something is off. Oh, no wonder. No wonder. 36, 42, 48. Okay, so I've counted up to by 6s to 48. I don't have to go that far. I could go to 30. Okay, but I need two numbers that can be divided by 6 that add up to 48 here. I know that these numbers can be divided by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. 24 divided by 6 is 4, and so on. Okay? So I'm just going to pick two numbers that I know the answer to. 18. What number must go here? What number must go here? Well, think of it as a number bond, right? You have the whole, you have a part, you got to find the other part. 48 is your whole minus your part is going to give you this other part. 8 minus 8, 0, 4 minus. Boom. Okay. You could choose two different numbers.